So it begins.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Strategy Game Stooges. My name's Nick, and I am joined by Daniel and Smitty. How you guys doing?
What's going on?
I'm doing good.
Podcasting.
Well, we have a special surprise here, okay? You're going to hear a real live surprise. I just told them last week I surprised them with hard questions, and I told them I wasn't going to surprise them, but believe it or not, my wonderful wife reminded me of something I was going to do. So today in the mail came a package.
A package?
What's
A
that?
package. It's not for me.
That I accidentally sent to you via eBay instead of my
Yep.
address. So
That is the package.
Oh, boy. Is it terrain? Terrain? I heard it's terrain. I bet you it's terrain because I ordered it, so I bet you it's terrain.
Oh yeah, it got sent down there.
Yeah, my I don't know. Sometimes I try to eBay stuff to him, and so I got the multiple addresses set up. Sometimes I don't know. It's defaulted to his actually, which is kind of scary. But
All right, we're back. I had a little technical difficulty, so I'm gonna look at this because I don't even know. He showed me. But...
Viewers that chimed in after he stopped talking for a little bit. That was.
What's that?
Y'all left again.
I should be here, right? I'm back. My voice is back. Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
This came in 3 packages here. This is making for great radio. Me opening up the package.
Great radio. Yeah. You're just gonna have to hear our oohs and ahs.
This is. Can you pronounce this company name, Smitty?
I believe it's pronounced Zederdes.
All right.
They did a lot of the production of some of the Games Workshop Lord of the Rings terrain in the past, in the 2000s, early 2000s. Some of their works used in some of their books, and I happened to buy a couple orc huts.
These are really
orc
cool.
huts, and I bought I actually sent one here first that I painted up that we can post after this.
And these are actually called Orc Tent. It's Orc Tent 1 and Orc Tent 2. That's literally what the name is.
Is there 3 things or no?
There is Orc Tent 1, Orc Tent 2, Orc Tent 2, and then there's also Tent with a Fireplace. So there's 4 little packages. And these are really, really cool. They're cool. They're heavy. Heavy duty. It's not some super cheap little thing. It's well built.
Yeah,
it's very detailed.
Things are made out of foam, but these ones are actually made out of resin. So, we'll get them painted up and posted on the Instagram page and my brand new light box.
Yeah, light box. He's proud of that. He's got some good pictures though. I was the only one that had a light box, but he's doing good now. It's amazing how much difference those light boxes can make.
I got it from called the Flashery, and their product's really nice. Customer service not so hot. I think they're based out of China. It's been a little hectic here and there trying to get all my order properly, but
hey, maybe you get what you pay for, right?
Yeah. It was $100, and I got 3 different light boxes. Mm-hmm. So it was pretty cool.
As long as it works, that's all that matters.
Yeah, right.
Well, we're gonna transition now, since this is great. Since he's explained a little bit what he's working on. What else, Daniel? You got anything you're working on right now? You've got actually quite a few things you're working on.
Yeah, I have been working on the Vital Assets, the new thing that came out of the Legion. I've been painting that, and then I've been 3D printing some terrain and stuff.
How's that 3D printing been going?
Pretty good. It just takes a while, so.
Yeah.
But I think I finally got figured out how the thing works, and yeah, so it's working pretty good now.
How much stuff have you printed? Well, I seen you printed the fence and you printed a few Star Wars characters,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I printed like an archway, and then I printed some like barrels because they were small. That makes sure the thing is working. They actually look pretty cool. And then I printed the fence. And I actually have another one printing right now of the fences. Yeah, to go with the Rohan theme.
How hot does that thing get? Is it noticeable that it's hotter in that area or not too bad?
It gets 250 degrees Celsius. So if it is in Fahrenheit.
Hot.
Yeah, I think it's almost 400 degrees. I think is actually what it is. That's for the needle, and then the bed that's like a
It's
105.
almost 500
So
degrees Fahrenheit.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
I
They
think
burn the
is it.
house down.
I forget how it translates. You know, us Americans don't know how to tell temperature and measure like the rest of the world. Uh,
yeah.
I think I just had something with Celsius today. It was like 20 some or 30 Celsius, goes to like 70 degrees or something like that. I don't know.
It's degrees Celsius times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. That's it.
Okay. That's the math coming from the accountant here, you know?
Yeah, yeah, sure is. That's how I get my dice rolls to work
Yeah.
out in my favor.
All I know how to do is fix cars. You know, that's all I know. I don't have to worry about the math. I got a calculator for
Always working from home stuff. I've really been working on my dice roll. So,
that. Just in the background, that's you're getting those good dice rolling muscles, get those quick twitches.
yeah, yeah.
I posted a picture on Instagram. I'm still nowhere that great at post or painting faces, but I was trying to. I joke. I kid you guys not. It was, I think, 5 washes, 7 different layers. I was putting the paint on as thin as I could, trying to get the eyes. I cannot paint eyes. That is, I cannot paint eyes.
I just
I have painted eyes on a couple of the models, and it just looks like white with a big black dot.
Yeah. The hard thing with the Lord of the Rings ones, and even the regular Warhammer ones are similar too. But I just have trouble. Some of the molds, they're decent looking molds, but when you actually get down into the eyes, I just have such a hard time figuring out exactly where the eye is starting. So
Yeah,
I really want to get better.
especially crap cast,
Yeah.
has some not the greatest prints of the faces. Sometimes.
Do you remember my
Nose is
Aragorn?
chopped.
yeah.
Do you remember my Aragorn model, the King of Gondor? He doesn't even have a nose. I should have sent that back and got a different one because I think they allow you to do that for free.
You need the metal one.
Yeah, that's true. But at the time, it was the metal ones were pretty expensive on eBay, so I just went to Games Workshop to get the actual resin or fine cast fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. I want to keep working on it because I'd really like to. If I could get the faces good, I'd like to do that. We could actually get ourselves going. We start painting and get an assembly line. I'll paint the faces, let you guys take over the rest.
That's true. I don't know. I just washed a little highlight and I'm done on the face.
Yeah, that's true. There is a lot of them. Even like, wasn't it the orcs? I think it's the orcs that when we did those pretty quick. Where those were not much. By the time you throw a couple of
Yeah.
dark washes on there, you don't have to be that particular on what lines exactly you're painting either.
Right, right. Well, especially, I mean, at least for like, I can do the Space Marine eyes all right, like just
Yeah.
the one color,
Mm-hmm.
But on the Lord of the Rings models, they're just 25 millimeters, so they're small.
Yeah. Paint some Necrons. Those are some easy ones to paint.
yeah, yeah.
I miss my I when I first got the Necrons, I thought this is gonna be great. It's gonna be spray painted silver, touch up a few things with the lime green, the silver, and go from there, just touch up. And
How's
then
that Primark one?
the what?
Well, how's that? Was it the Primark? What's that arc that you had? Did you ever get that fully painted?
I have Doomsday Arc. I had the yeah. What was the Doomsday? No, are you talking about the ah
I
the
was talking
name?
about the one that looked like a transport, not the
Yeah,
flag.
that's like the Doomsday.
Yeah.
Oh, the barge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No, the
right.
Catacomb Command Barge, that was something different. I never had that. It was actually like the Doomsday
Oh
Ark
yeah,
is what I had.
I
yeah,
know they're coming out with a bunch more new Necrons.
Yeah,
yeah. I saw that.
I know. I haven't kept up on that because I've always been challenged. My biggest problem was with the Necrons, like I was saying, it just was silver, silver, silver. And I'm the type of person that I paint something so much and then I get tired of it and I don't even want to look at it.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunately, as much as I don't want to admit it, that's what kind of makes me wish I had Space Marines. I could have the
The different chapters.
well, not even just the different chapters. I could get the Primaris Marines to have 5 models for the amount of some of these armies or these horde armies.
Yeah.
Now this is
Yeah.
officially recorded, so I can't take those words back.
You can't take those back. You were
Or the Imperial Guard's pretty cool though too, just because of the fact that you can roll tanks out there.
right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, just a couple tanks, and you're at a couple 100 points, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
yeah,
Granted, it's hard. Well, even the Imperial Guard's easy too when you're trying to get all the legions and all that stuff to get the command points
Oh yeah, command points
because of
galore.
how cheap the guardsmen are.
Yeah. I did see Spiky Bits put out a posting about how there's a purchase order from Games Workshop from their China publisher of like 18,000 books or something like that. So there's a potential rumor that ninth edition might be coming out the
Mm,
door pretty soon here because that's a huge order, I guess,
yeah,
in terms of publishing, unless there's multiple books involved there. But
yeah.
that's the
Because
that's
I
the
don't
rumor
think the
there.
only they just did Age of Sigmar. They kind of did a half reboot type thing. I thought.
Yeah,
There are other games they have. They're not necessarily main core games,
right.
and Middle Earth is going good, but at the same time, I don't
Mhm.
I don't see them changing their release order much, other than maybe when because I don't know what the licensing rights. I don't think they necessarily have the licensing rights for when the Amazon series comes out,
no,
Right.
I don't think
but I
so.
think that would be like the next big catalyst that would get people back into that game. Is another big
Yeah.
influx, but I don't know that they have the licensing rights. It depend what they do because they don't have it directly with Tolkien. It's like with New Line Cinema.
No.
Yeah,
Or else it could be their new, or like, because they're rebooting the old fantasy world, like before
Oh,
Sigmar.
yep. The
I'm really
Bretonians.
excited for that because I mean, that's how I first grew up doing the Bretonians when I could paint like, a donkey. Uh, so I'm really excited for that reboot. Redeem myself. I have to do a before and after pic of an archer or something like that.
Yeah, you still have those sitting around?
I do. I tried to sell them once on eBay, but no takers are picking that bat poorly.
Yeah, well, now you definitely can't sell it till you get the before and after picture.
I know. Look at that.
It's crazy how much
I think I
different.
have like four orcs, nine archers, then like one knight, one mangled knight.
Well, one of the well, didn't I give you one of those horses, Dino? Weren't they originally a Bretonian horse that you used for a model to convert
Uh,
it?
yeah. I haven't converted. Yeah, I still have that model.
it's
Yeah,
that one was the old Empire, not the
Oh,
Breton.
yeah.
Yeah, there were two human factions though.
what was I going to say? I just had a mind blank here. I'm all full of mind blanks tonight. Technical difficulties, mind blanks. What's going on? Here, you let me do the intro again for the second podcast in a row. I think it was, and I'm letting you all down. That's what it was. I wanted to talk about a couple things that we wish we had done differently because Smitty bought himself a big paint set, and I'm really kicking myself because I was broke out my paints for the first time in a while. I was trying to paint some of the models. That's how I was talking about working on faces, and I'm sitting there looking at all these paints I have, and if I would have just bought a paint set, I feel like I would have saved a lot of money by now.
Yeah, probably. Because I'm still kind of getting used to the army painter. So I obviously was painting some of my dwarves with army painter, and
Mm-hmm.
since I've gotten back home, I've started painting more things with the Citadel paints, and I do like just like the way the Citadel dries faster. I feel like, and it's It's a little bit thicker, but if you put the water, I don't know. I'm still in love with those Citadel paints, but I absolutely cannot stand those pods. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
the
frustrated.
dripper is a lot better.
Yeah, I made a horrible mess earlier this week. I was upset.
I wonder what the
Rhinox high.
I wonder what the actual reason is of having it in the pot as opposed to switching to the dripper.
I'm telling you, I think it's just. I feel like it's just Citadel marketing. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I want. I want to start the segment, maybe a weekly, bi-weekly segment to go along with the podcast about. I want to call it frugal figures. And I want to talk the ins and outs of the finance portion of miniatures. So please stay tuned for that. I think that'd be a good one to check out. How many milliliters are in each bottle? Army Painter versus Citadel.
How are you going to do this? Are you going to do videos or are you going to do audio recordings for this?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Everything's up in the air. This is all brand new. I'm waking up at midnight in the middle of the night texting you guys stuff. I got this idea. I got this idea. We can do it.
Yeah. Good thing I sleep pretty hard, so I don't realize most of the time till the next morning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to yell at you for not being able to sleep. Who am I kidding? I got 2 kids. I don't sleep anyways. I'm still trying to. I know I've talked about it already on the podcast. I'm still working on getting some board game reviews. I have some issues when I record my videos. I got to figure out a way so I can upload it because I want to get those out. Because it'd be nice to get those posted because I've talked about it for one, but I'd like to start that series going on. But I'm still working on that. So
Yeah, I got most of that video edited for you. I just need the actual film of the board game
yeah,
itself.
maybe I'll see if I can work on that again tonight. So I don't mean to keep teasing all of you, but I am actually working on it. It's going to get out there once I
Yeah,
get this stuff
Yeah.
figured out. We'll get it. I'll get it out there.
a lot of content
I got
coming
it.
up here pretty soon, just being posted randomly here throughout the next week or so. So
Yeah, I finished another review so of that other unit. So
I painted something special. So stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah. Is this? Do I know what you painted here, or is this something that I
Oh,
don't? I
you
don't.
know what it's sitting right next to me right now. I'm so happy, smiling at it.
You're just turning into the regular painter.
I guess so. I would consider myself a below average painter. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. So
Hey, that's there you go. That's your selling point. You need to put those guides out there for the below average painter.
that's true. That's what I need.
Not all of us can look at Duncan and watch that and paint like him.
The things I could have done differently, for me at least, is I get a lot of things commission painted. Um, Gold Standard Studios, which used to be Elric, they have a lot of my money. I'm probably putting their kids through college. They're great guys. Um, I feel like I probably shouldn't have gotten so much commission because what I do is I'll get something commission painted. They'll give me the recipe of how they did it. I try to mimic it, and then I end up doing it once or twice. But I feel like I could probably do a whole army like that instead of shipping out the entire army for them to get done. And I'd have some more of my limbs left, but I guess that's the one thing that I wish. Because I mean, I have 2 full paint sets now. I have a full army painter paint set. I have, gosh, probably over 2/3 of the range of Citadel now. So
Yeah,
along with getting things painted. So
you probably could have just done the one model of each one.
I know.
Had them paint all that to walk you through it
Yeah.
instead of that would have worked too. Because I will say
Well,
there's definitely the value in having it professionally painted to be able to look at it in your hand.
right. Yeah. But they just do such a great job. I don't know how they crank out that stuff so fast. Like that's my one thing is I'll get a model done in a night.
Yeah,
And to your point, I don't really like batch painting that much because it just gets boring after a while.
correct.
I like spice it up.
Yeah.
I usually go through if I'm painting a hero, I'll want to put all this time and attention to it, and then it's not turning out how I want it, and then I start getting frustrated because it's not quite how I want it because I'm putting all this effort into it. And then the opposite end of the spectrum is it goes into the batch painting where it's just how fast can I paint these things and get them done and over with.
You know. Mm.
Yeah.
We need to find a little common ground. Happy medium. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's why I just need to start focusing more on the heroes. I'll figure it out.
Right.
If I
Yeah.
can get those faces,
And
those faces are what's really bugging me right now.
what's that?
The faces is what's still bugging me. I just can't. I know. Can't you tell? I'm really hung up over the faces right now.
I know. I'm just to the point where I'm just I don't know. Maybe I'll stop by at our games workshop there, and Luke will teach me how to do it. But
Yeah. Some it's amazing though. The people that actually can paint faces, how much of a difference it makes. Really brings it
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And what all are you guys most excited for coming up now? You kind of touched a little bit. You're
I'm,
looking for the old hammer coming out.
yeah. So I I'm really missing out on some of the Rohan, the Dunedain, not the Dunedain. I keep calling them the Wildman.
Yeah,
Right.
Wildman of
I
Dunland.
need Yeah, Dunland. I need them for to start the Rohan at War scenario. So
Oh
uh,
yeah.
Games Workshop has their gift card promotion going on still till the end of the month, and I'm trying to figure out how much to load up on yet. Um,
All of it.
yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of companies that have promotions going on till the end of the month that I'm trying to figure out what to get from them all. So
Yeah.
trying to allocate.
Yeah. Gotta spread it out a little bit. That's all right.
Yeah,
Support multiple people.
yeah, exactly. That way we can do more reviews too.
Yep, there you
More
go.
vendors to review.
Hey, I'm all for reviews. I don't know how many times I've looked stuff up wishing that there was a review on different things out there. So
Yeah, no, I got something else from that Zeterdas company shipped to me. I won't reveal what it is yet, but it was slightly broken from Noble Knight Games, our favorite. Um, from Jane,
ooh.
remember what?
Noble Knight
And
Games, yes.
it wasn't all that what it was made up to be.
Well, it was. It was just what we were expecting was not what it was. It was still so the issue was on eBay, Noble Knight Games, and I will say if you want models, especially models that are out of print and whatnot, they have a lot of stuff on eBay on their eBay store, Noble Knight Games. So definitely check it out because there's a lot of stuff on there you can find that you may not find other places. But the for whatever reason, and I don't know if this was why we got this idea, but we just had this envisions that you walk in and it's just big game store and you can just browse through all of the sold models and go through and in reality, what it is, it's just typical. It's perfectly fine as far as a game store. I have no complaints about it. You walk in and it's a typical game store. Had a little bit of. I thought they had like one table maybe for you could try out a few games, but otherwise everything's on the shelves. Well, they had storage space, but it wasn't space that you could just go back in and browse through the models, which I think is what the biggest disappointment was. Because here we're expecting just be able to like a kid in a candy store run through all these models and look through them, but
I
it
had
wasn't.
this computer that I swear had Windows 98 on it still.
That was they did move they did move locations though, so I don't know what their new location is. I
On their
still
website, just to look at it. It was kind of funny.
yeah I bet I'm sure their new place is nice. I doubt that they let you just walk through, but I'm I'm guessing that has a lot to do with it's hard to keep track of having everything just sitting out there.
Right, right. So yeah, we'll see how their customer service is after my botched eBay purchase from them. But
Yeah.
stay tuned for that one too.
Yeah. I'm actually hoping for I haven't been able to bring myself to it yet, but I am going to. I have always wanted to do this, but I think I'm actually going to start doing it since most of my armies that I've been playing, I have enough that I can play with, as opposed to only buying stuff for the armies. I'm actually thinking about just cherry picking, whether it's Warhammer Age of Sigmar, 40k, regardless of what the actual game is. I think I may just cherry pick a little bit here and there of a model that I like, just because it's a model I like to be cool sitting on a shelf. That's what I'm actually looking forward to doing. Uh,
Yeah, refresh painting too.
hmm
So
Yeah, not all at once, and it's not gonna. I'm not gonna buy 30,000 because that's part of my problem. I buy all this stuff and then I get tired of painting it. So I actually want to keep me into wanting to paint and keep the excitement going. I'm hoping to just pick a little bit here, one there. Probably mostly characters, just because I don't want to buy the packs that come with say 24 warriors or something like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I am actually really excited about that.
I've just kind of been buying stuff as it comes available because you never know when this junk's going to go out of print.
Hmm.
Such as those ruins about Gilead that I'm still upset about.
Yeah, but who would have thought those would go out of print? They were pretty common.
I thought maybe they'd be repackaging them at a higher amount
Yeah,
because like it's a pretty good deal, $65 for 3 whole ruins.
yeah.
So
Well, remember they're doing a fellowship book now, and they go to Skiliath uh, in those movies, so maybe they're rebringing it for that.
yeah, I guess it's true.
It sounded like some of the stuff too. I saw a post on one of these Facebook groups, maybe the Great British Hobbit League that we were in. Maybe it was them, one of these groups, but they said something too that it was an official release statement from someone from Games Workshop in an email or something like that. That they are the biggest issue they have is it takes so many years to lay out when they release these games. It's not like you wake up in the next week, okay, we're re-releasing Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game or whatever. It was Lord of the Rings Strategy Battle Game, then The Hobbit, now it's Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game. But it takes much time because you're limited on storage space that they talked about that too. That when Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game was re-released or rebranded, they never expected so many people interested in it and buying it. So then when they're originally expecting only to have this much demand and the demand far outweighed the supply, they weren't prepared for it, which is actually a good thing because it shows that we want to play the game, that there's a lot of players out there for it. But
Yeah.
Right.
it takes
Oh, it's
time
a
for them to catch up because it may be like a 2 year schedule that they already had planned out. And it takes time for them to catch back up to how much demand there is.
yeah, it was a huge success the relaunch of this thing. So
Mm-hmm.
keep it
But
going, keep it going.
it would be interesting to know the way that they do the games because obviously they do 40K and they release their editions every couple years, few years. But I'd be interesting because I know the Lord of the Rings isn't their primary moneymaker. It's obviously 40K. But
Right.
from what I saw as fact of how quickly stuff online would sell out, I wonder if I wonder if there's any truth to the point that if they were to change some of their other games with that in mind, pumping it out and taking a space in between. And maybe 40K is popular enough that you probably or maybe even Age of Sigmar where you don't necessarily have to take the break with those. But some of their smaller games, I wonder if they're going to learn from this Middle Earth coming out that maybe the stuff that they're just going to take a break because even wasn't it Space? Was it Space? No, Rogue Trader wasn't it that the one that was the original older game? That one came out like that's another re-release. So I wonder if they're going to start doing this where they pump in one of these side games or minor games that they play, pump into them heavy, and then take a break to let it cool off, and then pump back into them again.
Right. Yeah.
Which in some regards,
Uh,
it'd be nice to keep having the models, but who knows?
right.
Either way, I'll keep buying them while I keep having them. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. I thought we were about to fizzle out a little bit, and then all of a sudden they redid Lord of the Rings, and
Yeah.
right back into it.
Yep. And like 40K is the one that we laid off of for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then
We
we
still
jumped
got to
back into
reboot
Lord of the
that.
Rings.
Mhm. There's models that I've got freshly painted for 40K that I haven't even used yet.
Yeah, you ready to use them now?
I guess so. Yeah, I should probably restart that.
Yeah, I got to
I gotta
blow
get
up.
that board.
What's
That's gonna
that?
be so much fun. I gotta get that Sector Imperials board painted. That'd be fun to play on.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a big project.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have to figure. We'll have to probably tag team that one. I might do one tile by myself, see how it goes.
Yeah, we could always set up. I think that'd be a pretty good video to put on YouTube if we set up the GoPro. And
Just put
then
it above the top and have it
yeah,
like fast forward. That'd be good.
yeah, I'm sure everybody would want to watch how terrible we are at mass painting something like that. Make fun of us and make them laugh. Well, guys, we are about at our general time limit. I don't want to cut you short if you got something still you want to get off your chest. So I'll open it back up. Do you got any last comments, statements, or anything you want to talk about quick till the next time?
Uh, I have found some new games that I want to try out.
Yeah?
So I may, I don't know, I may end up getting them. I'll see.
What games
Yeah.
are we talking? We talking video game, computer game, board
No,
game,
they're miniatures games.
miniatures?
Well, one's a board game too,
Okay.
but Outer Rim, the Star Wars one,
Okay.
that looks kind of cool. And then Marvel Crisis Protocol looks kind of cool.
Yep. I know what that
And
one is.
the new Elder Scrolls miniatures game,
Oh, okay.
the Skyrim. Yeah,
It's gonna be a
I think
Skyrim
it's
game. I had no idea.
Call of Arms. I think it's called. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's single player, or you can do like co-op with another person. Yeah.
That might be cool. Well, what you'll have to do is as you buy those ones and paint them up and whatnot, record some videos, some reviews of that, and maybe we'll even get a battle report of one of these newer games that we played the first time.
Yeah. Kind of waiting to see it release a little bit more to see kind of what it looks like. But
I think
yeah, I may
the
eventually.
Marvel ones got a good amount of stuff out there for it.
Yeah, they just released some new stuff for it
So I
from
thought
what I
Gift of
saw.
Games, they have quite a few Marvel stuff. So once lockdown quarantine ones,
yeah, they do.
you could actually check it out
Yeah,
down there.
yeah,
Yeah, I think. I mean, we haven't done a battle report yet, just because we haven't been with each other throughout this quarantine. But I might try to throw a old, like a little small one, right? So I might try Lurtz versus Aragorn, see how it goes in real in miniature land versus the movie.
Well, it'll be
yeah.
Aragorn every time.
I mean, yeah,
Real
Aragorn is
life,
ridiculous.
miniature
I
life.
just feel like he doesn't get the buff he deserves in the game. I mean, he gave Aragorn quite the fight there. So
Yeah, he wasn't even
I
in the
mean, that's
game though, so he shouldn't be able to give any fight.
yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Other than that, I really would like to get a gaming laptop eventually here to play some tabletop simulator and try my Total War out that I got for free from the shop a couple months ago now that I just haven't been able to play yet. So I want to try gaming again on the computer. So
Yeah, it's been a few
Yeah.
years.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I guess we have a few things that we better actually follow through with so we can talk about the next time to update people on now. Now that we said all the stuff that we're excited to do.
Farming session. It was good.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks again for listening. Hopefully, we didn't disappoint you too much. No, we try. It's fun.
Yeah.
We
No,
appreciate
also, yeah. If you
all
guys
the listening. What's that?
If you guys, if they can comment on any of our any of our podcasts, any of our videos, what else they kind of want to see, that way we can hit everybody's needs.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
we're always open for suggestions. We've been trying to do some stuff, but obviously, like we said, with being a little bit quarantine stuff, it's hard to do some of the games. But let us know. We're open. Anything you want to see reviewed, let us know. We'll try and get some reviews out there. Maybe let us spend some money before you have to. Yeah.
all right, guys. Until next time.
Happy gaming.